at the Creative Cities and Municipalities Congress. So how's everyone? I hope you guys are all excited because today we gather to celebrate a milestone for our nation's creative sector. We are honored to have with us the members of the Philippine Creative Industries Development Council, esteemed members of the media, and you, of course, our partners in the creative industry. And this gathering is a testament to the vibrant spirit of our creative sector. So without further ado, let's start. To start things off, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker. She is the acting secretary of the Department of Trade and Industry and a seasoned leader with a proven track record in fostering business growth. As a former undersecretary for MSME development, she has championed initiatives to empower micro, small, and medium enterprises. With her extensive experience in both government and the private sector, she is committed to driving economic development and creating a thriving business environment. As the acting secretary of DTI, she is currently the chairperson of the Philippine Creative Industries Development Council and has been a steadfast advocate for the growth and development of our creative sector. Please join me in welcoming the Department of Trade and Industry Acting Secretary to give her welcoming address for the Philippine Creative Industries Month 2024. Palakpakan po natin, Acting Secretary Maria Cristina Roque.
Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Magandang hapon, Congressman Tof de Venecia. Good afternoon. Today, as we gather under our shared vision, we stand united in resounding declaration, we are a creative nation. This is more than just a statement. It is a bold proclamation that the heartbeat of the Philippine identity pulses through every Filipino soul. As we look ahead to September 2024, the Department of Trade and Industry is not just preparing for a month-long celebration, but we are preparing to showcase the very best of what it means to be Filipino. Our creative sector is a dynamic force, an economic powerhouse that drives growth, sparks innovation, and embodies the spirit of our nation. As Levi Celerio, the master of the leaf, once said, ang tunay na sining ay hindi lamang nakikita kundi nadadarama. And this is what we want the world to see, a Philippines where creativity lies in the core of every Filipino. Actually, in the creative industry, there are a lot of Filipinos that already are shining globally in fashion, in art, in cuisine, and in innovation, and in many other categories. So we must continue to drive the creative industry as this is already one of our aces now. Thus, this September, let us awaken the world to the depth and vibrancy of our creativity. From the bustling city centers to the tranquil corners of our provinces, let every street, every home, and every Filipino become a stage for our collective brilliance. We are a creative nation is more than just a tagline. It is a call to action to every dreamer, every innovator, and every storyteller, whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or simply weaving tales that transcends time. Your creativity is a gift to the world, most especially to our beloved country. We must also preserve our culture and heritage, and this is one area where we can really do that, the creative industry. For this is the vision of President Ferdinand R. Marcos under the Bagong Pilipinas, a nation where creativity and innovation are drivers for progress, empowering communities, and uplifting Filipinos across the nation, and not to mention preserving our culture and heritage. So let the countdown begin. Through a whole-of-nation approach, let us transform the Philippines into a premier creative hub, not just by 2030, but in the hearts and minds of every Filipino today. This September, let's write a new chapter in our nation's story where every Filipino, from the rice terraces of Banaue to the lush islands of Jolo, proudly proclaims we are a creative nation. The world will be watching and we are ready to captivate, inspire, and amaze. Mabuhay ang malikhaing Pinoy, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that very inspiring message. And yes, I know that we are all excited as we embark on this incredible journey together. But as we gear up for the grand celebration this September, let's carry this momentum forward. So whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, a student, or a leader in your community, there's a role for each of us in this movement. To share more about what September has in store for us, let us hear more from our next speaker. So our next speaker, since 2019, she served as the Undersecretary of the Department of Trade and Industry Competitiveness and Innovation Group. She has extensive research experience on development issues with a focus on industrial policy, regional economic integration, international trade, foreign direct investment, competition policy, and small and medium enterprises. She currently serves as the Supervising Undersecretary of the Creative Industries Development Office, the Secretariat of the Philippine Creative Industries Development Council. Please welcome Undersecretary Rafaelita M. Aldaba, who will walk us through the exciting events this September.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sec Chris, Kong Tov, our BFF, Asek Lenny, Yusek Rose, DG Roel, Yusek Leah, colleagues from the government, and our friends from the media. Isang malikhaing araw sa inyong lahat. And I'm just here to provide additional context. And we've heard the inspiring message from our secretary. And so this celebration of the Philippine Creative Industries Month is a time for us to celebrate, to reflect, and to amplify the significance of this very dynamic sector. The creative industries has been playing a vital role in driving Philippine economic growth, contributing 7.1% to GDP and 7.26 million jobs. And in fact, from 2022 to 2023, the sector experienced a robust 6.9% growth, underscoring its massive impact on the economy. And more than a commemoration, PCIM, the Philippine Creative Industries Month, is a strategic opportunity to recognize and harness the creative industry's potential as a key driver of economic resilience and innovation in the Philippines. In 2023, PCIM featured 75 co-branded and co-bannered events showcasing the vibrancy and diversity of the Philippine creative industries, with the theme celebrating Filipino creativity, advancing creative Philippines. These events brought together various creative fields, fostering collaboration and innovation, while significantly amplifying the visibility of Filipino talent and culture, both locally and internationally. The celebration successfully engaged 20,000 creative professionals and reached 1 million online and physical engagements all over the country. And this year, we're taking the Philippine Creative Industries Month to the next level. With our 5 dynamic sectors as the foundation, we're set to make an even greater impact, bigger, bolder, and more exciting. So expect more innovative events, large audiences, and unprecedented opportunities for collaboration events across the creative spectrum. So the first pillar of our celebration is creative knowledge and research, which covers knowledge-based activities and other intellectual pursuits that heighten the creativity and innovation in the country. Second, there will be creative trade and business activities, which would include all revenue-generating activities through exchange or sale of creative goods and services. And third, there will also be live individual or group performances and production of creative talents and skills. And this is under the creative performance and live production. Fourth, we will also be witnessing a presentation and physical display of creative outputs that heighten artistic appreciation under our creative exhibition and showcase. And finally, the fifth one, creative challenge and campaign centers will also be conducted where participants will also be enjoined to think, move, and act toward a creative and collective vision. So from groundbreaking and performances and exhibitions to inspiring challenges and business opportunities, this year's celebration demonstrates the full power of public-private sector collaboration in showing our full support for the creative industries. From the government, we are proud to announce activities with the DFA, DOST, DICT, BSPDOTR, NCCA, DepEd, NEDA, IPOPHIL, DCP, FDCP, CHED, and DOT, among others. Our partnerships with industry leaders and associations like the Game Developers Association of the Philippines and the Animation Council of the Philippines underscore the vibrancy of our private sector participation. Media partnership with Energy FM and 4A's Philippines ensure that our creative advocacy are given platforms with the widest reach. We are also proud to have the support of museums and cultural institutions such as the Mind Museum, Bonifacio Arts Foundation, Intramuros Administration, whose work in preserving our cultural heritage inspires us all. International and educational partnerships with the British Council and the Asian Institute of Management expand the diversity of our perspectives. Hindi pa po tapos. In the corporate sphere, we have Netflix, Asia Brewery, and Ayala Corporation, which have been pivotal in providing platforms and spaces that showcase Filipino talent and culture to the world. And finally, our transportation partnerships with the Metro Rail Transit System, LRT, and BIP system ensure that our campaigns reach the commuting public. This collaborative effort set the stage for a nationwide movement. We are thankful to the Department of Interior and Local Government for issuing a memorandum circular urging all its regional offices, provincial governors, city and municipal mayors, members of local sanggunians, local cultural and arts councils or LCACs, and DILG regional directors and field officers to actively engage in the Philippine Creative Industries Month celebrations this September. And of course, today we are also hosting the Cities and Municipalities Creative Congress 2024, that's in the next room, which brings together municipalities, cities, and urban innovators from across the Philippines to explore best practices in leveraging creative resources for economic development. And this afternoon, we will also be holding the Cities and Municipalities Creative Index Award to honor the most competitive LGUs. Hope you'll be there to join us later today. To kick off this year's celebration, we also invite you to the official launch of the Philippine Creative Industries Month at Ayala Mall's Trinoma. This is going to be on September 3. This opening ceremony will set the tone of the month-long celebration, featuring cultural performances, interactive workshops, and inspiring messages from leading Filipinos in the creative industries. Aligned with the PCIM pillars, we have events organized in collaboration with various partners that will bring life to the objectives of each pillar. For the creative knowledge and research pillar, which I also discussed earlier, we have Region 1 Directors Guild of the Philippines, and Film Development Council Film Pitch Workshop. This is a platform for filmmakers to refine and present their projects. And then we also have Likha Innovate. This is DOS's Creative Industry R&D Forum, a gathering of researchers and innovators to discuss new developments in the creative sector. We also have the 8th International Design Conference by the Design Center of the Philippines, focusing on global design trends. And then Film Education Convention by the FDCP. And this is going to enhance film education through workshops and discussions. And lastly, we have Cine 50, again from FDCP, Pelikula ng Bayan Film Talks, which will explore the evolution and future of Philippine cinema. For the next pillar, creative trade and business, we have the following activities. Fiesta Culinaria by DTI Region 3 Central Luzon Culinary and Gastronomy Fair, showcasing the region's rich culinary heritage. And then Creative Tourism Series by the Department of Tourism, highlighting innovative approaches to tourism that celebrate our cultural assets. And the third is from DILG, Leading Pathways to Local Economic Development, fostering collaborations to enhance local economic opportunities. So for the next pillar, creative performance and live production, we have the Manila Symphony Orchestra Concert on Philippine Colonial Music by the Department of Foreign Affairs, which would highlight our historical compositions and musical traditions. And then we have from the DILG, Paglilinang ng Kakayahan sa Pagpinta at Fotografiya. This is a workshop aimed at enhancing skills in painting and photography. For the third pillar, creative exhibitions and showcases, we have the following: the Digital Nomad Summit and Art Festival 2024, Yusek Josel from DICT, which will be emphasizing innovation, artistic achievements, and the Swizeki Stone Art exhibit by Barangay Pasukin, Ilocos Norte, which will showcase unique and captivating stone art. Very interesting. Hope to see you there. For the next pillar, the creative challenges and campaigns, there's the Peryahan ng Sining and Bukal ng Galing by the NCCA to encourage creative expression and showcase exceptional talent. And then the Design Thinking and Pitching Competition by the University of Southern Mindanao, which will provide a platform for innovative ideas and solutions. So this year, the Philippine Creative Industries Month will be even more impactful with simultaneous creative industries initiatives across 62 cities, all supported by the DTI's Lunsod Lunsad program. This is under the Malikhaing Pinoy program. And this nationwide effort ensures that creativity and innovation will be celebrated and showcased throughout the entire country, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. By engaging cities from all corners of the Philippines, we're not only showcasing local talent and creativity, but also fostering a unified national movement, highlighting the diverse contributions of each region. And as one of the PCIM's key partners, the Department of Tourism is also leading the charge in boosting our tourism landscape by championing creative tourism as a top priority in line with our priority industry clusters under the PCIM or the Philippine Creative Industries Development Plan. Partnering with over 12 vibrant festivals nationwide, the DOT is infusing our cultural celebrations with dynamic creative elements that elevate visitor experience. This exciting push not only showcases the country's rich artistic heritage, but also transforms our festivals into must-see or go-to events, drawing global attention and boosting our local economies. We are also thrilled to share that September also celebrates the Philippine Film Industry Month, or PFIM, organized by the FDCP, Film Development Council of the Philippines. This month-long celebration includes film screenings, industry panels, and workshops showcasing the remarkable creativity and talent within our film industry. PFIM aligns perfectly with PCIM, so you have to PFIM, PCIM, okay? And in celebration with, in collaboration with FDCP, DTI will help conduct and promote these events, ensuring a cohesive celebration of our film industry's crucial role in developing and boosting the growth of our creative sector. To conclude the month, we eagerly anticipate the 2024 Creative Nations Summit. This is to be held in partnership with the NCCA and the British Council. And this summit will feature experts from the UK who will join local private sector leaders, academicians, and government representatives to engage in strategic discussions and forge meaningful collaborations on creative technology or create tech, data, and placemaking. So as we embrace this year's theme, let us celebrate our identity as a creative nation. Our culture, innovation, and artistic talent are the heartbeat of our national spirit. We are a nation that thrives on creativity, transforming challenges into opportunities and visions into realities. Let us embrace this moment to celebrate our achievements, inspire new ideas, and strengthen our collective efforts in driving the growth and global recognition of the Philippine creative industries. Thank you so much for all your support, and cheers to a memorable and inspiring 2024 Philippine Creative Industries Month, or PCIM.
Thank you so much, Undersecretary Aldaba, for that insightful overview. We are very excited for September. It's really inspiring to see how much thought and preparation have gone into making this September an extraordinary showcase of our nation's creativity and innovation. And with that initiatives outlined, it is clear that the upcoming celebration will not only highlight our diverse cultures and talents, but also strengthen our position on the global stage. Now, as we continue, we will hear from our leaders who have played pivotal roles in supporting and enhancing the creative landscape of our country. So each of them will share a message of commitment to the Philippine Creative Industries Month. So are you guys ready? If you are ready, let us welcome the members of the Philippine Creative Industries Development Council. From the Department of Trade and Industry, Acting Secretary Ms. Cristina Roque. From the Department of Education, Director Marilyn Xiao. From the National Economic and Development Authority, Undersecretary Rosemary Edelion. From the Department of Tourism, Director Paulo Benito Tugbang. From the Department of Information, from the Department of Interior, from the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Undersecretary Josel Batapasi. From the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines, Director General Attorney Roel Barba. From the Private Sector Representative of the Audiovisual Media Domain, Mr. Pablo Gabriel Malva. And of course, let us not forget our leading champions and primary author of the Philippine Creative Industries Development Act, Congressman Tov De Venecia. And of course, one of our champions as well, from TESDA, Director General Francisco Benitez. also call on DTI Undersecretary Rafael Lita Dava. Aldava. There you have it, folks, the members of the Philippine Creative Industries Development Council and the PCIDA champions. Palakpakan po natin sila. A creative nation is built on a solid partnership between the government and the creative sector. It is this collaboration that fuels our innovation, enriches our cultural expression, and drives our economic growth, ensuring that the unique talents and voices of our people are both supported and celebrated. So now at this point, let us hear more about their commitments to the shared vision. Okay, maybe we can start from left to right. Let's start with the commitment of the Department of Trade and Industry.
We are a creative nation, and we are fully committed to harnessing the power of our creative industries to lead the Philippines to global prominence. As we continue to support and elevate our local talents, we will ensure that the Philippines becomes Asia's premier creative hub by 2030.
From the thank you so much for that commitment. Now let's hear the commitment from the Department of Tourism, Director Paulo Tugbang.
For the Department of Tourism, we are a creative nation. Our cultural heritage is our pride, and we will harness it to boost the Philippine tourism industry and showcase our creativity to the world. Anchored on the Filipino culture, heritage, and identity, the Department of Tourism aims to position the Philippines as a tourism powerhouse in Asia. Through creativity, we will draw visitors to our shores and let the world celebrate the many reasons to love the Philippines.
Thank you so much. And now let's hear it from DICT Undersecretary Josel Batapa Sige.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Department of Information and Communications Technology continuously and strongly supports the growth of the Filipino creativity by championing our digital creative sector. The digital age has bolstered creativity in the Philippines by providing easier access to digital tools, platforms, and resources for creative expression, collaboration, and distribution of content. The DICT fully supports the growth of the animation, the game development, and original content industry. And as such, we strongly support the message of the Philippine Creative Industry Month, which is we are a creative nation. By enhancing our digital infrastructure, our digital industry in the creative sector, and harnessing collaboration amongst industry, academia, and government, especially down to the regional levels, we will empower creative enterprises to connect with the world, ensuring no Filipino creativity is left behind and knows no bounds. Information and communications technology, or digital, will be the gateway to our creative future. The future of creative is digital.
Thank you so much. And now let's hear it from the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines, DG Roel Barba.
Good af- good afternoon, everyone, fellow workers of the government, and our friends from the media. Friends, good afternoon. We are a creative nation. We will protect and promote the intellectual property rights of our creators, ensuring that their innovations are recognized, respected, and rewarded. Creativity is our national treasure, and it will be safeguarded. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And let's hear the commitment of the National Economic and Development Authority, Yusek Rosemary Edelon.
We are a creative nation. We at NEDA recognize that the creative industries are vital to our economic growth, and we commit to crafting policies that will unlock their full potential. Together with all of government and all of society, we will turn creativity into a cornerstone of national development.
Thank you so much. And now the commitment from the private sector representative of the audiovisual media domain, Mr. Gabriel Malvar.
Good afternoon. Magandang hapon sa mga alagad ng sining at paglilikha. We are a creative nation. The audiovisual sector will continue to tell the stories that define who we are, showcasing Filipino talent to the world. Our creativity will captivate global audiences and position us as leaders in this industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now the commitment from the Department of Education, Director Marilyn Siao.
Isang malikhaing hapon mula sa Department of Education. We are a creative nation. In our schools and communities, we will nurture the next generation of creative minds, ensuring that every Filipino child has the opportunity to explore and express their creativity. Education will be the foundation upon which our creative future is built.
Thank you so much. And of course, last but not the least, we will be hearing the commitment of one of our leading champions for the Philippine Creative Industries Development Act, Congressman Toff De Venecia.
We are a creative nation, and with the Philippine Creative Industries Development Act, or RA 11904, we have laid a solid policy foundation for our creative sectors to thrive. So our commitment is to continue championing initiatives that empower our artists, innovators, and creative professionals. We will continue to ensure that there's significant funding for their development across the entire government bureaucracy. We will continue to propose policies that will add to the PCIDA towards a more vibrant, enabling environment for the creative sector. We will continue to use our oversight functions to ensure that there is intergovernment synergy and a whole-of-nation synergy towards developing the creative economy. And finally, we shall ensure that the Philippines will stand as a global leader in creativity and innovation by the year 2030. Mabuhay ang malikhaing Pinoy.
Tunay ngang mabuhay ang malikhaing Pilipino at maraming salamat po sa inyong mga commitment. It's clear that our collective dedication to fostering a vibrant creative sector is unwavering. Palakpakan po natin muli yan. And as a symbolic gesture of this united effort, we will now unveil our banner. And to mark this occasion, may we invite our partners in this creative industry to join us in front. Undersecretary Rafaelita Emaldaba, Director Lilian Salonga, Director Jodan Darong, ASEC Leonila Baluyot, ASEC Domingo and Director Emelu Delfin. As we unroll the banner, let us remember our shared vision and promise to support and elevate the creative spirit of our nation. Let's celebrate this moment as a powerful affirmation of our commitment to a future beaming with innovation and cultural excellence. There we have it. Congratulations and thank you so much for your commitment to the future of our innovation and cultural excellence. Because we are indeed a creative nation and it's great to see such enthusiasm and support from the members of the council. But before you head out, we'd appreciate if the council members and of course Kong Tof de Venecia would stick around for a little bit longer. We will now be opening the floor to the question and answer portion. So, yeah, maybe please invite the council please to to go back to their seats together with Congressman Tof de Venecia. Now we will be opening the floor to any questions from the media. If you have any inquiries or you need more details, this is the time to ask our council here. And we are here to provide the answers and discuss how can we all be part of this incredible journey moving forward. So I now open the floor for questions from the media. Okay, we have a question over there. Do we have the microphone, please? Can we please get a name and introduction and who's the question
Good
addressed to?
afternoon, everyone. I'm Teen from Today PH. My question can be answered by anyone. Basically, how was Pursuant top pala. How was it created? I mean, you know, the whole of it, how long was it in the making before you come up with this one? It's a beautiful one. Thank you so much.
The journey towards the creative industry.
Right,
no?
this one. Ay, sorry.
Pandemic 2020. It was around May, June, when the Arts and Culture Creative Industries Block, or ACHIB, of the 18th Congress then, we started touching base with each creative sector. So we started with fashion, and then live events, and then film, and then soon after, we learned na meron rin palang Game Development Association, Animation Council, so sobrang broad. And then we were also we were informed by Paolo Mercado, who is like the foremost champion of the creative industries here in the country, that there is such a term as creative industries. Kasi kahit kami, hindi namin alam. And so, these 4 or 5 months worth of consultations over Zoom during the pandemic laddered up to the draft of the Creative Industry Bill, which went through the committee several times over. We passed it, and then they worked on it in the Senate, and then nahabol namin sa BICAM during the campaign. And then the final version made it to Malacanang days before President Duterte stepped down from office. And there's a rule that if it's not vetoed or signed into law, it lapses into law in 30 days. And so it became law 3 days after the first SONA of President BBM. So here we are. Creative Industries Month is one of the regular programs of the law. And I think this is the second national celebration of PCIM. So very exciting, and congratulations to DTI and all the other government agencies for the role that they play in really mainstreaming awareness and understanding of the creative industries. Kasi marami pa sa mga kababayan natin ang hindi nakakaintindi kung ano ba ang creative industries. Sino ba ang kasama dyan? Yes, kasama ang chefs, kasama ang architects, kasama ang game developers. So it's not just the artists or traditional artists per se. So it's a very vibrant economic sector. It's 1.7 trillion peso revenue generating sector, generating jobs for more than 7 million Filipinos. It's a consequential sector na dapat pinagtutuunan natin ng pansin. And Creative Industries Month is really for that purpose, para mas maging aware yung kababayan natin about the power of the creative industries.
Thank you so much. So, do you have any follow-up question, or do you have another question?
Yes, good afternoon. I'm MJ Balaguer of DCMJOnline.net. My question is to DepEd. How does this PCIM work with the new secretary to implement this celebration this coming September? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So, with our new secretary, Honorable Sani Angara, of course, we are one with the direction set by our president to make, of course, and strengthen Philippines as a creative nation. So DepEd plays a great role in this because we believe that creativity starts in the formative years. And so we see to it that this is embedded in our curriculum. So all schools are teaching all these competencies, along with other competencies in different learning areas, so that our learners can start honing all this creativity in them until they, of course, mature and seek job and be part of the larger community as a whole. As to the celebration, DepEd also will issue, we already have the draft on the table of our principal, that this be observed by all schools nationwide. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is very exciting as well. Okay, do we have more questions from our, yes?
Thank you. May I just reinforce the question earlier? I think you mentioned the online. So we're going to closely work, the DICT is going to closely work with DepEd and other talent development institutions in promoting the newly launched Philippine Skills Framework. We have 7 Philippine Skills Framework around digital, and 2 of them are really around creative. Animation and game development. And one of the Philippine Skills Framework is actually also supported by DTI. So game development and animation. So we see very positive future with a new Department of Education Secretary, and also a new test Director General. And I'd also want to mention that also with the support of CONGTOF, we have passed a revolutionary law, which is the Philippine Digital Competitiveness Law, RA 11927, which also harnesses creative digital skills in animation and game development. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. We have an addition here. Ito po, Mike.
Thank you, Kong. Well, you might probably be asking yourself, what is this Philippine Skills Framework all about? Well, this is our way by which we can address the job skills mismatch in the country. This is a very important initiative, and we thank DICT for carrying out and supporting the development of the PSFs covering 5 sectors under the IT BPM sector. And it is not only with DepEd, but we are also working together with the TESDA as well as with CHED. Because through this Philippine Skills Framework, we're able to identify what are the skills and competencies that would be needed by companies in the future. And hence, we need really to work together with our educational partners, because after the completion of the PSFs, we actually turn them over to CHED, to DepEd, as well as to TESDA, for them to be able to integrate and incorporate those skills that are not present in our existing systems. So, like for instance, for CHED, if there are any new courses that we need to introduce so as to be able to provide the necessary skills and competencies to be demanded by companies in the future. And for TESDA, what are the training courses that we need to provide in order to ensure that our industries and the country will be future ready. And at the same time, especially now that we're witnessing the entrance of all these new technologies, AI, artificial intelligence, for instance. So all these things must be taken into account. And the DTI also recently launched the Center for AI Research, which is providing consulting services on AI. We are working together with other government agencies, as well as large companies, and in particular with the small and medium-sized enterprises, in order for us to provide AI solutions to problems that they're currently faced with, and which could be addressed using AI. And through this, we can improve their efficiency, their competitiveness, and at the same time also, this is one way by which also, apart from reducing their costs, because you become more efficient as you adopt these new technologies, but at the same time, they can be used as tools in helping them pursue more innovation and be in a better position to create new products or new services and new business models. And for DepEd, there are current discussions ongoing between DepEd, including the EdCom too, and our Center for AI Research, in order for us to identify the most pressing problems and what the priorities are that the center could provide support with, as DepEd also currently is in the process of revising its own system, taking into account these new technologies.
Timely and relevant today. Thank you so much for that. Do we have more from our council? Or we move on to another question from our media members. Any questions? Yes. Going once, going twice. Okay. I guess that's it. Thank you so much for all your thoughtful questions and engaging discussion. Of course, your insights and curiosity at meron pa tayo. Yes.
Sorry, with the
Yes, of course.
So very, very sorry with the indulgence of the council since we have just submitted the program last week, and I would like to sincerely thank the Department of Trade and Industry who's handling the Philippine Creative Industry Development Council funds. Of course, through the effort of Congressman Toff. Hindi po kasi nasama kanina sa announcement ni Yusek Fita. The DICT, with the help of the Council and the DDI, of course, will also scale the first Philippine Digital Creative Congress, or the PH CreaCon. For 8 years, we have been doing this in the Visayas lang. For 8 years. It's called the Visayas Digital Congress. And now we feel in the DICT that we will make a Digital Creative Congress for the whole country. This will be in the last week of September. And this will be in coordination with the Animation Council of the Philippines, Game Development or Developers Association of the Philippines, and the Creative Content Creators Association of the Philippines, or CCAP. I just would like to emphasize the participation of CCAP in this Creative Congress po. For the first time, we will promote all Filipino animation, all Filipino games, and even all Filipino esports and AR/VR content. Kasi we're fond of using and patronizing foreign digital content. This time po, Tatak Pinoy, Go Filipino, Go Digital. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat. We look forward to that. And we have more message.
Now, before we close, of course, Kong Toff reminded me to invite everyone. Of course, we want this really to help us support all the efforts of coming from the government, our partners from the private sector, and other stakeholders in really developing and promoting a creative nation, a creative Philippines. And so we'd like to invite and call everybody's support, especially those coming not only from the private sector, from our cities and municipalities, from LGUs, other government agencies, including the civil society and everyone, to organize your own creative events. And if you could tag us or link up with us. I mean, the entire month of September is already full, but we want to enjoin everyone to support this particular initiative. This is really crucial, especially in terms of supporting the growth and development of the creative industries, not only in urban areas or those here in the NCR, but most especially those in far-flung areas, in the rural areas, where really there's a lot of talent, our culture is rich, a lot of cultural assets that we can promote to really make the creative industries be a major contributor to your own development and contributing to the entire country as well. Thank you so much. Kong Toff?
Yeah, so whether it's a government agency, whether or not you're a member of the Creative Industry Council, like do your own little activity and enroll it in the calendar para everyone will see that this activity is happening on this day, whether it's online or on-site, para you can encourage attendance so that they will know. Or if not a government agency, we've also spoken to like mga different embassies. We've gotten commitment from the Embassy of Spain. They'll also work on their own program in support of PCIM. Or even sa LGU, like you can do like a workshop for your creatives. You can do a trade show, give them a platform to sell their creative goods or ply their creative services. Whether, again, online or physical. And of course, the schools can also organize their own events. I think what's important is you onboard it to the calendar. So there's a QR code in the banner there kanina in the photo ops, or I think here in the back. If not, it's online. Enroll it. I think there were like, 1,000 plus events that were enrolled last year. We hope there would be more than 1,000 this year. Because we really all have to shout together that the future is creative, diba? And if you have a few government stakeholders moving, it's not going to be as effective as when the whole nation is moving towards our creative future. So get involved, do something. diba? And let's all celebrate the power of the creative industries. Exciting siya. Hope you can be part of this journey. Thank you.
Creative is the future. Yes, sir.
Yes, I would also like to take this opportunity to invite everyone to our second Philippine International Copyright Summit to be held at the Novotel Hotel from October 21 to 25. So marami po tayong activities and sessions, especially on the latest trends, on the disruptive technologies including artificial intelligence. And the WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Organization, Deputy Director General Sylvie Farban has already confirmed her attendance. So yun po, magkita-kita po tayo sa Quezon City. Partner po namin dito, Quezon City Government, because they're vying to be a creative city for films in 2025. So magkita-kita po tayo sa Quezon City.
Magkita-kita tayo dyan. Okay. We
And
have one more.
lastly, well, for those of you who have ready proposals, you have creative ideas that are ready to implement, send us your proposal. Get in touch with us so that we can provide you some financial or technical and other support, even non-fiscal support. We are ready to provide that. We need really to create new ideas and let 100 million creative ideas flow and develop, and we're here to support you.
From Mr. Malvar.
Mula sa audiovisual sector, no? Ang creatives kasi dalawa yan eh. May producer at may consumer. Like any other industry, may producer, may consumer. So as creatives, people will create, people will write films, will do films, write scripts, write books, create music, and all that. But if there is no demand, then hindi susulong because it has to be financially viable. It has to be, because dati, I'm a struggling artist. We don't want you to be a struggling artist. We want you to be an artist and a creative entrepreneur. It has to be viable. Now, it requires demand. Now, the thing is, bakit kami makikinig? Ba't kami manonood kung hindi maganda? As consumers of products, of creative products, write about it. Criticize, produce a critic of the film for it to be improved. Meron pa rin reaction, meron to be able to, aakit natin yung antas ng pag-appreciate, pero nagpiprovide tayo ng feedback because we need the demand, we need the audience. So unless we elevate also the audience tastes and the producers do not respond accordingly to the wants and requirements of a mature audience, mahihirapan po tayong isulong. So if we cannot even create a domestic market for our local products, local creative products, how can we export? How can we compete against the likes of horror films from Indonesia and Thailand? Not even Korea, di ba? So, tangkilikin natin, pag hindi natin maggusto, let's provide the feedback. Write a blog. Do a vlog. You know, this could have been improved in the cinematography. You know what? Yung melodic line, lagyan natin ng konting ganito. Ibahin natin yung arrangement. Lagyan natin ng DJ. Ganun eh. But it's a constant back and forth of the audience. Kumbaga, business development. We're always looking for feedback. If I'm selling soap, ay hindi pumuputi yung ano ko. So the producer will create something to be able to whiten your, Ganun din with creatives. We need the audience to be developed. We can only create. Hopefully the feedback is there. If it's good, please, kamukha niyo, may mga SB19. Okay, SB19 is a P-pop, okay? They're going to launch a documentary. They have only about 3 to 4 days time to watch that documentary. After that, wala na yan. So, panoorin natin, tingnan natin. Tapos, provide feedback. Baka ma-extend. But that's where it starts. If you think you can give more information, more feedback. Feedback. Develop the consumers. Consumers hopefully will try to help us out. Diba? Para maiangat yung antas ng ating pagka-manlilika. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Indeed, it's a collective action to drive this society forward. Yes,
Last
sir.
na lang. Pwede pahabol pa.
Pwede, sir.
A week before October 21, we'll be having a fun run for the benefit of the Artist Welfare Group. So hopefully we invite you, Kong Tof, to join us. It will be held, pwede ring 1K. So we invite everyone, including our USECs here, to join us. It will be held at the University of the Philippines. So, yeah, Sunken Garden. Isang ikot yata is 1K.
2 kilometers.
2 something.
2.2.
So 10 ikot.
Yes.
So hope to see you there. Maraming salamat po.
We'll be looking forward to that. Ako, I'm excited to join. Also, invite my friends. Invite natin ang ating mga friends. Okay, so do we have anything else to promote? Because I have something to promote. Na-mention na rin po to kanina. We will be seeing you in the Philippine Creative Industries Month opening ceremony on September 3, 2024 at the Ayala Mall Trinoma. So please watch this.
Diverse.
All right. As we wrap up today's event, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who joined us and made this moment special. We appreciate your enthusiasm and support. Thank you once again for being here. We look forward to seeing you at the Congress. I'm Samantha Cabranino. I'll be seeing you there and have a wonderful day.